Hey everybody, this is Pam from the Paper Outpost, and today we're going to make some very simple journaling cards made out of book pages. So this is episode 4 of Using Up Your Book Pages, and I just was going through some book pages that I had. Got some big font, little font, very old aged paper, and I thought, how can I use these? So I was playing around with these last night, and here's what I came up with. I'll show you, give you a little bit. Actually, let me zoom in better. Yes. Okay. And so here's what I made. I just used a white book page, and then I took some cream colored book page, just anything, tore it up and inked the edges, and then sewed around, but I backed the whole thing on a piece of cardstock, and then I stamped it, and this is also a stamp. So this is one way you can do it with the sewing, and then I'm showing you one without sewing, and basically the only thing you have to be certain of with the without sewing method is that you really glue your edges so that you don't have the edges come apart where the cardstock meets the book page. So that's one style. Book pages sometimes come with pictures on them, so you can use you can collage images onto the book page and use that as the back of a collage and make a little journaling card, or even music paper pages on print. Also looks very attractive when it's vintage photo dyed and then stamped on the back. And so I thought I'd make a couple with you today, just quick and easy here. 2 of them, one sewn and one not sewn. So let's see. So here is the sewn one. I've already gone ahead and cut the cardstock out, and it's just a regular cardstock, and sewn a piece of this very old, this is a Grimm's fairy tale book, and the paper is very fragile. It would just fracture if I tried to fold it, but it does well on when it's mounted onto some cardstock. Okay, so all I did was I'm going for a contrasting colored book page, and that would be a white book page or a cream book page, vanilla book page. I could do it in the vintage photo. I could, that it's bordered with the vintage photo. I could leave it plain, which gives you lots of contrast, so you get the idea of the look. But I think I'm going to go for a little color and not vintage photo, because I seem to use that a lot, and there's a million other colors in the rainbow. So I think I'm going to try some pink. And I'm just going to put these down. These little pieces are from the index of a book, so it had some dates on it and names of birds and things like that, so it went well with a new nature journal that I'm making, so I thought that would be cute. So let me just ink some of these up a little bit more. And this is a very simple project. All you need to do is rummage around for some old books. If you don't have any dark colored books, you can just take your vintage photo and rub it over a white colored piece of paper so on some font, and it'll look like it's aged. So everybody should be able to find something. If you can't find anything, they even sell books in the dollar store, and you can pick up a book there and just use a brand new book, but tear out some pages and use it for your artwork. Okay, so what I am going to do is just going to glue these down randomly. Don't have to be a wizard here. The only thing I think about when I'm doing these are maybe interesting angles to each other. You can also set them up in a uniform manner. That would look interesting too. It's just a different style. I like a random look, as if the papers were scattered on the floor and landed that way in some haphazard random fashion. Seems to be the way things go around here. All right, so we're just going to pop these on. And these are easy to make. Anybody can make them. Get your kids to help. Everybody can be covered in glue. The dog can be covered in glue. It's kind of fun. And these are very simple and easy peasy. All right, we'll just stick one more on there and call it done. I feel like I'm doing the alphabet challenge and I'm under a time constraint. Okay, no, it's okay. You have time. Relax. All right. So on the back, if I want to pizzazz it up a little bit, you can leave it plain. It's totally fine to leave it plain. But I do think I'm going to ink it up a little bit. And I'm not going to use Vintage Photo. I'm going to go with the Worn Lipstick Distress Oxide. I think you can use eyeshadows and things for this too. If you're looking for colors around the house, it might be quick to grab. Possibly even some lipsticks would work. Okay, so we have that. We don't really have an up or a down. It's kind of a sideways, so it doesn't matter which way I put this on here. And I think I'm going to put the words also in the pink. There we go. Frame. You see what I'm doing? Yep. Okay. It'd be nice if I check every once in a while. And I have this line stamp, and I'm only going to use part of it. Just going to ink this side. There we go. So there you go. All set and ready. And so there's one. And the other one, I went ahead and I'm going to use the same Grimm's Fairy Tales paper. And I used some glue stick and I put that in the center, really good around. And then I need to go ahead and glue the edges because they're not as snug without the sewing. So this is just as easy to do, but you want a thin line. There we go. A little glue. I should be using the little thin edged nubber on this, but I can't find it at the moment, so we're going like this. Okay. All right, now we'll just do the old flatty flat flat. A join, become one. You shall forever be together for the rest of your day. Oh yeah, see how brittle it is? You have to be really careful with this paper. So put a little more glue down on this end. Okay. There. Actually, I tore that around. That's how I didn't use a cutter or scissors or anything. I just put the cardstock down and then I pulled the very brittle paper up along it. It gave a little bit of raggedy edge, but I kind of like that. I think that kind of looks with the vintage look. Okay, so next thing is I like to round the corners. I think it gives it a little bit more of a finished look, kind of the way playing cards have that rounded corner edge so that they're fit comfy in the hands. There we go. It's just eating it and not clipping it because it's still wet with glue. That's okay though, because we're going to ink it up. It's going to hide all the ills. Okay. All right. So let's grab our ink. And I think this time we're going with blue. And this is Faded Jeans, regular old Faded Jeans. My Distress Ink, Tim Holtz. Okay, whoops, in the view here. I guess I can back it up with there so you can see what's going on. Gives it an entirely different look when you do it in the blues compared to the pinks. The blues always take a hint of green on when you're working with aged paper or you happen to have a little vintage photo still on your brush, like I do. Okay, all right. So let's do the back as well. So it's always a good idea to think about fun and innovative ways to breathe life into your old book pages. Don't throw them out. There's lots of things we can do with them. I'm trying to think of lots of things we can do with them and show you guys, so maybe you can utilize some of these ideas too or make them your own in some way, which is awesome, and share them with us. That would be very cool. Well, none of these are rocket science and none of these are new ideas. They're just, you know, I'm sitting down here with the paper and whatever comes to mind happens. So just thought I'd share these ideas with you as I make them. So here's this one. Let's go with blue. And I have this stamp that says Angel. That happens to be my dog's name, Angel. So there you go, Angel. There's your stamp. Angel's sleeping beside me here on the floor. I have this little rolling office chair that he always likes to lay so close to my chair. I'm always afraid to move because I think I'm going to roll over him. But so far we've been okay. We do the best we can. Yes. He's very forgiving. All right, there. And I think I'll just, this one's kind of a long one, so we'll do a little more. All right. And before it dries, yeah, there, good. All right, so there we go. We have Angel. Just a little prompt and some writing. And now we're going to put on our, probably did it the other way last time. I did the, doesn't matter, you can do either side. No hard rules here. That's right. This is live life on your own terms. Can you see that? Okay. Doing again the random slap down, the hodgepodge maneuver, but it's the contrast, and even the contrast in the size of the font keeps it interesting for the eye to look at and explore, keeps the eye wandering. And it's kind of neat when you have these doesn't matter what's on the book page, actually, other than it's kind of fun when it has little, I think it's fun when it has little numbers and stuff like that, or words related to the journal that I'm making at the time. So, some type of ornithology book. Very cool. And just smothered something that said monarch oil. I wonder what that is. Something to do with a bird. All right. And what do we got? 2 more? Okay. There we go. And we need 1 more. Just got to ink her up. This is how the hands get covered. All right. And there we go. I'm just gonna make this a little neater on the edge. Yeah. Okay. So these are our 2 new ones. And here's what they look like on the back. Ready to go. Very easy to make, sewing or non-sewing. And here's the old ones again. You want to see those again? Spirit. Journey. Inspire. Believe. There you go, folks. Just thought I'd toss this little idea along and hope you're having fun out there. Take care of everybody. Have a happy day. Pam at the Paper Outpost.